This is your domestic briefing right here on Top Accolade News. We're starting with a focus on politics. A violent clash erupted at the National Secretariat of the Social Democratic Party in Abuja as supporters of the party's national chairman Shehu Gabam and loyalists of the 2023 presidential candidate Adewole Adebayo engaged in a brutal fight during a national working committee meeting. The confrontation, which saw the party's gates pulled down and several people injured, escalated to the point where journalists were assaulted and police had to intervene to restore order. Amidst the chaos, the NWC announced the suspension of Gabam alongside National Auditor Nze Clarkson and National Youth Leader Uchechukwu Chukwuma over grave allegations of financial misconduct, including the embezzlement and diversion of party funds amounting to hundreds of millions of naira. The NWC cited overwhelming evidence of unauthorized transactions and directed Deputy National Chairman Dr. Sadiq Umar Abubakar to assume the interim leadership pending investigation. Meanwhile, Gabam dismissed the suspension as fake news, insisting he remains chairman and alleging the move was instigated by a faction within the party. The Forum of State Chairman was thrown its weight behind the NWC's action, calling it a necessary step to cleanse the party and ensure accountability. Still on politics, President Bola Tinubu has declined to sign the National Assembly Library Trust Fund Amendment Bill 2025 into law, citing multiple constitutional and policy inconsistencies that could, in his words, set an unsustainable precedent if enacted. In a formal letter read by Speaker Tujindi Abbas during plenary, Tinubu acknowledged the bill's intentions but flagged provisions related to funding structures, taxations of national entities, public service remunerations, and age and service requirements as conflicting with existing federal laws and government policies. While some observers speculated a rift between the executive and legislature, both Senate and House spokesperson dismissed such claims, stressing that both arms remain partners in governance. They noted that President's constitutional right to withhold assets is routine and welcomed the observation as an opportunity to refine the bill, which they insist serves a broader national interest beyond the legislature. Now in health, the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria has blamed the country's poor health outcomes on what it described as a monopolistic control of administrative and procurement roles by physicians in federal health institutions. Responding to recent claims by the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors that physician leadership ensures better patients' outcome, ACPN's national chairman Ambrose Eze stated that such a system has led to unprecedented corruption, inefficiency, and dire consequences for patients. Eze alleged that 90% of drug revolving fund schemes in federal hospitals have collapsed due to fund diversion by physicians, resulting in over 30 billion naira in debt owed to the pharmaceutical industry. He further accused physician-led governance of contributing to Nigerians' dismissal health indicators, including high maternity and infant mortality, increase of fake health commodities, and the neglect of preventive health care in favor of curative services for financial gain. ACPN called for urgent holistic reforms aligned with global best practices to rescue the nation's falling healthcare system. Now in international relations, the federal government has said it is closely monitoring the U.S. brokered ceasefire between Israel and Iran and will activate immediate evacuations planned for nearly 1,000 Nigerians still stranded in Iran if hostilities flare up again. According to Foreign Affairs Minister spokesperson Kimiebi Ebienfa, he emphasized that the safety of Nigerians abroad remains top priority and said Abuja is prepared to act swiftly should the situation change, as the last week airstrikes and counterattacks, which left over 600 civilians dead, underline how fluid conditions remain in the region. Now in infrastructure, the Lagos State government has announced a 110-day traffic diversion plan ahead of the major repairs of the Ogundu-Ifako Bridge, set to begin Saturday, June 28th and end October 15th. Commissioner for Transportation Oluwasegun Osiyemi said the work will be carried out in 8 phases to reduce disruption. Motorists are advised to use alternative routes during partial closures. He stressed that only 50 meters before and after active repair areas will be closed at a time. LASTMA officers will be stationed to manage traffic throughout the period. Now in crime, The Federal Competition and Consumption Protection Commission is set to arraign the Chief Executive Officer of MultiChoice Nigeria Limited, John Ube, alongside other top executives for allegedly obstructing an investigation and failing to honor lawful summons issued by the Commission. They are accused of refusing to appear before the Commission on March 6, 2025, and failing to produce requested documents in line with the summons dated February 25th. The Commission maintains that these acts constitute offences under the Section 3 of the FCCPC Act 2018. This development comes after the Federal High Court in Abuja, in a ruling on May 8, 2025, dismissed a suit by MultiChoice seeking to validate its DSTV and GoTV subscription hikes. During proceedings on Tuesday, FCCP's counsel informed Justice James Omotosho that the defendants had not yet been personally served, prompting the court to adjourn the matter to October 7, 2025 for arraignment. Now in education, the National Association of Nigerian Students has issued a 7-day ultimatum to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike to reopen public primary schools in Abuja, which has been shut for over 2 months due to disputes with local government education authorities. In a statement by its president, Comrade Olushola Oladoja, NAS criticized the government's neglect for underprivileged children, while elite children continue schooling in private institutions. The group said previous appeals to Wike were ignored and warned of mass protests if schools remain closed. Now in sports, Enugu State Governor Peter Mba has appointed Super Eagles and Udinese FC goalkeeper Maduka Okoye as an ambassador for Enugu State. Okoye, during a visit to the government house, announced plans to launch a charitable foundation and set up a football academy in Enugu to give back and support young talents. Governor Mba praised Okoye's achievements and commitment to youth development, pledging government support for his academy, including land allocations. He also revealed plans to upgrade the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium and invited Okoye to join the next Enugu International Marathon. The governor reaffirmed his administration's commitment to youth empowerment and talent promotion in the state. That is the domestic news updates for now. Not Top Accolade News. Do stay with us for more domestic updates and development. I am Blessing Bassi.